Good afternoon, everybody, and blessings to you this fine day. Okay, you guys, I want to share. I wasn't going to, but I was looking at the comments, and Melanie was telling Holly, Two Moons, to go check out the video over there by Love by the King, Colleen. And so I decided to go look at it, okay? Okay, you guys, I'm going to play this and then I'm going to expound off of it. Take a listen.
Hey guys, okay, one more quick video this morning. So, I don't know if you remember, but I'll recap it real quick. In January, I think it was in January when I had this dream, but I had a dream of the blood moon of January, the one that had just happened a few months ago, and I had said that I believe if something didn't happen at the time of the blood moon, that it was a final warning sign before something big happens. So, in that dream, I had been at my home and I had said it's 10:05. I'm going to go visit Sherry, and she lived across the street, which in real life she's states away. I've never been to her house. And I had gone over there and looked out her window and saw the blood moon. And then all of a sudden I was back at my house again, and I looked up at the clock and it was 11. And 11 means destruction and chaos in the Bible. So, and I said, when I saw the clock said 11, I said, it's not too late. I'm going to go back to Sherry's house. And I was back at her house, and I was looking through a floor-to-ceiling glass wall to this room, and I could see through it. And Sherry, and a mutual friend that we have, Susan, were and 3 or 4 of her kids, which were Susan's daughters, were in there with her. And so I walked around the corner, went in through the door, and sat down and joined them. Well, so I felt like, because I was looking at the blood moon, and I was back in my house, and I looked and I said, it means destruction, I'm not too late, and I was back over there, that there was a time gap between the blood moon and the destruction. Well, the reason I'm making this video is because of what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I got a call from Susan, and I didn't know, but she had Sherry on the other line. We had never done that before. She patched me in, and we had a 3-way call.
Hi.
And lo and behold, they had, for the first time, been sharing photos with each other over the phone. And anyway, they were sharing the photos, and then they thought about the dream and said, let's call Colleen and tell her. So we're sharing, they just realized that they thought about my blood moon dream. But they didn't think about the fact that they were patching me in, so essentially I was joining them later. And so I'm wondering if what happened was a time marker. And also the picture that she had sent Sherry that had her kids in it. She has 8 kids, but, a couple of them, 2 or 3 of them are grown and out of the house. But the picture she shared with Sherry just had some of her daughters, not her sons, in it. And that's what was in the dream. So, yeah, I'm just wondering if it's a time marker between, like, God gave me to show me, like, this is it. Like, something could happen now, maybe. If I'm not misinterpreting, I just think it's pretty compelling. So,
Okay, you guys, I'm going to stop right there. I just kind of want to expound on this a little bit. Yeah, Susan and I were on the phone, and we're just chatting away. You know how girls are. And I don't even know how we got on the subject. And I've known Susan for quite a while now, and we just decided she was going to send me pictures. She said something about it of herself, and then she sent me some pictures of her children and her husband. Okay, so, and I told her, I says, I I don't know how, so I had to wait till Andy got home. But she was sending me these pictures, you guys, and one of them was a picture of her 4 daughters, and I believe it was their cousin. I'm not sure, but I'm looking at the pictures. We're going back and forth, and she's sending them to me and telling me, "Well, wait a minute. I'm going to send you another one. Hold on." And I said, "Man, I wish Andy was here so I could send you some of me." And in Colleen's dream, I don't know if she said this or not just now, Susan and I were sitting down in the house going through photo albums looking at old pictures. And that's what we were doing yesterday. And I'm telling you, it wasn't anything that was thought of, because she had this dream a while back. It wasn't anything that was, we didn't, it was a little while, I say about 30, 35 to 40 minutes later. And I said to Susan, I said, Susan, she said, what? I said, I said, I said, oh, we're sitting here looking at old photos together, and everything just happened with the blood moon and everything. You remember Colleen's dream? And she's like, oh, yeah. So she said, hold on, I'm going to try to patch Colleen in. I said, okay. So I'm waiting, and Colleen gets on there, and we started telling Colleen about everything what was going on, right? Okay, so now I told them during the conversation that I had had a dream about, because I had asked the Lord, well, what event am I looking for, Father, that's going to kick this off? What event? And in the dream, I can't remember the whole dream, you guys. I'm not very good at that. I don't retain things. I had a stroke years ago. And so I do the very best I can about retaining things, you guys. But, okay. So, my dream, I know, had the number 18 in it, had the number 70 in it, it had the number 10 in it. And I was holding on each of my hips a boy. They were twins. So to me, that always represents when somebody is having dreams about twins. That's the Jew and the Gentile, you guys. That's the church, okay? And I was basically trying to tell the woman on the phone she had overcharged me before on the subs. And, well, it was about a place here in Orlando called Firehouse Subs that Andy and I go to. We eat the subs there, you guys. And they're good. And so I was telling Colleen and Susan my dream. And Colleen said to me, don't you remember that dream about the Indian guy? In my dream about where she saw the moon, the blood moon, go across the window, then the asteroid, and then the guy, he was supposed to be working in that particular room, and she said something to him, and he said, oh, that was just Jeff at the firehouse playing a prank. It was something about fire, you guys. I can't remember, okay, exactly what it was. I just talked to her and I can't remember. We didn't go into that. But it was something. And she says, oh no, that was God. And the Indian guy got really weirded out. He's like, oh, what? And he started backing off of her. Okay, so what I'm trying to get at, you guys, this is amazing. And I've heard this dream of hers many times because we go over things together, you guys, trying to patch things together. And it ran across my mind several times. Don't go away, because this is going to blow your mind, y'all. Well, I'll just tell y'all. He said that was just Jeff at the firehouse. Because she said that. She goes, oh, do you remember that? Because I said about the firehouse subs in my dream that day. And so she brought that up. And so I went ahead, because we were talking about the pictures and everything, and going over that dream again, because I told her, I said, tell us the dream again, Colleen. And she goes, I still have time. It's 11. I still have time to go over and see me again. Well, we're looking at pictures, old photo albums. Again, I just want to recap you guys so you can get this. Okay? So, we're looking at old photos. That's what we were doing yesterday, me and Susan. Okay? Now, here's the kicker. When I was talking to her yesterday, I decided to say this, where there's been a few other times I was going to say it and said, nah, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Okay, when I was born, this is just crazy, you guys. When I was born, my mama, okay, they brought me in to my mama and they put me in her arms. They started to. And the nurse said, now my mama told me this many, many times, you guys, growing up. She says, it's a girl. And my mom went bonkers. My mom was like, what? No, no, I wanted a boy. And my mom was yelling, and they took me out of her arms, you guys. Okay? Now, the reason why I'm telling you this, don't worry, I'm not scarred from it. My mother loved me. She loved me a whole bunch, you guys. She was an awesome mom, the best mom anybody could ever have. Okay, so um, she told me that when I was little, she told me that if I was going to be a boy, that she was going to name me Jeffrey. Jeff at the firehouse was playing a prank, and the Indian guy and Colleen said, that was God. Whatever the catastrophe was, you guys, I can't remember right now. It had something to do with fire, and I had asked the Lord yesterday what would be the kickoff to look for. And when I told Colleen and Susan that, they were like, oh, we all had goosebumps, you guys. Every one of us, we were like, oh my goodness. What are the chances, you guys? What are the Lord is such a personable God. I always ask him for personal confirmations. Y'all know that. And if you don't know it, go look at my videos. Start with Gone with the Wind. We're out of here. It's about, I don't know, 40 vids, 50 vids back, something like that. It was in November. You can find it by November, okay? It is amazing what happened yesterday, you guys. Now, Colleen had put out another dream, y'all. And you know those wraps that you put around your arms and things like that when you're needing, like, support? Those black wraps. These were on the feet of this person running. And I just want to let you know that, you know, we're running the faith race, you guys. Not that we can lose our faith, because we cannot. It's an allotment that was given to us. But we're just going through it. The endurance, you see what I'm saying? Of getting to the finish line. The Lord is telling us not to lose faith. Okay? Keep running that race. Keep the faith, because he is coming. And it ain't going to be long. One more thing. She had an octopus in her dream, and it was, I believe she said it was made known to her that she needed to get past this octopus. And for some reason, early this morning, I was thinking, it just came into my spirit, that, you know, it says in Revelation, as soon as the child was born, he's ready to devour the child as soon as the child is born. So he is clamping down. Satan is going to clamp down on us, you guys. All right? Keep the faith. Keep running the race. It's not over till it's over. Like I said, I gave it all the way up to May, until they turned 71, Israel. We're just going to have to keep an eye out, an ear out. You guys find out anything, let me know. I hope this blessed you. It was crazy. When we were going through that yesterday, you guys, it was like, what? Anyways, you guys have a blessed day. God bless each and every one of you. Amen and amen.